All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow, and welcome back, everyone. And we're gonna jump into this real quick, but before we do, I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware that I have a second channel now. For those of you that like short, brief, quick videos, I'm going to make it a goal to do due diligence and research within less than 5 minutes about ticker symbols that I believe that are set up to explode or have potential to go upwards. And I'm also going to turn those same videos in the near future into shorts. So I'm going to try to summarize them into 30-second to a minute and a half videos where that due diligence can be passed on to friends, anyone in your community quickly, and everyone can get some insight on why the stock has potential and dig a little deeper on your own as an investor to make a rational decision based off of the due diligence and everything that you find, but under 5 minutes. And then I'm going to make short videos anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. So I apologize for taking some of your time to show you this, but I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware. And I want to say thank you to all of you guys, the ones I went ahead and posted on Twitter and have became aware of this, that have joined and subscribed, and even starting viewing my video for the first time. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to do so. And I look forward to everyone that joins, and I look forward to making these videos as brief, as quick as possible, with all the information you need to know in present time, and also based off of what's happened in the past that has led the stock to lead up to where it's at and why it has potential moving forward. So here we are with CTRM. CTRM, Castor Maritime Inc. has had a run, and let's go ahead and see our new resistance and support. And it's sitting above bullish territory, obviously above the 50-day moving average, which the 50-day moving average is 81.50. I just want to round it down. To be exact, it's 81.51, but I'd round that down to 81.50. Anything below that is bearish. So CTRM stock right now needs to hold itself up and consolidate or continue this run by breaking through resistance levels. So what does CTRM stock need to do to move upwards? Break through resistance. So let's look at Castor Maritime Inc., how it is right now and what CTRM needs to do moving forward. So our support here is 85.04. If CTRM stock breaks through 85.04, we need to watch carefully how it reacts within this area, and if the bulls are trying to reappear and bring it back up, or are the bears tearing this one down fairly fast. It's going to be very important to keep that in mind. So 85.04 gets breaking through. We need to watch carefully how CTRM stock is doing and if the bulls reappear. So there's a really small window there, and if it breaks through, this could get closer to tug of war zone. Now, if the support gets broken through and the 50-day moving average gets broken through, what would we want to look at in CTRM stock's chart to be aware of what is happening next? We're getting into bearish territory. So this is completely optional. I would use this point here as a midway point, 76 cents. I'd round it down. If you want to round it up to 77, you can. It's showing here 76.43, but I would just use 76 cents. If that gets broken through, this could be on its way down to newer lows, or if the bulls try to bring themselves back up and use it as support and bounce back up, they do have a chance of building momentum, and then they have to cross the 50-day moving average, come closer to the support level, cross it as well, and continue that upward momentum. But before worrying about anything of that sort, we want to pay close attention to 85.04 and the 50-day moving average 81.50 to see how this stock is reacting. Now, what do the bulls need to cross so CTRM stock can continue this momentum and the upward direction? Well, for Castor Maritime Inc., the bulls need to break through 93.56. They need to break through 93.56, turn that into a support, and reach newer highs and new resistance levels. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, all I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watched this video. Share this with your friends and community, and if you're a first-time viewer and willing to subscribe, click on that bell so you don't miss a single video that I post, and stay tuned till the end because we have a lot to cover that you won't want to miss about the S&P 500, 10-year treasury, and the forward outlook of the market. Stay tuned. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, all I ask is for you guys to hang on tight for one more minute because I'm going to show a short clip of a previous video that I talked about when we started to see signs of this going downwards. I want us to pay close attention to these peaks, and the drawing might not be the same, but it's going in the same direction. Now we need to watch the market carefully, and I'm going to share with you guys after that short clip how I feel about this and what we need to look for, and also the 10-year treasury, how it's doing. Stay tuned, and all I ask for in return is for you to hit that like button to let me know you watch this video. 39.50, and it's been going down since. So one thing I want us to pay close attention to is if the market continues to build this behavior. This is the behavior that I'm seeing, right? If it continues this, and we're hitting newer lows, and it continues to hit these peaks, right? Then the market is struggling to hold itself up because the repurchase agreements of these dates do not exist right now. And a lot of people don't realize how much of an impact the Federal Reserve's decisions has on the overall market. Like, the only reason why the market's been pushing up higher, it's all the forward outlook and hope, but it's these dates. These dates hold up the market from going any lower or from staying stagnant. It keeps on pushing it. It keeps on creating anticipation, excitement, you know, the speculation and the hope of seeing ticker symbols going up. So I didn't really want to make this video, and I didn't want to have to, but I need to make every single investor and viewer aware that we might be in the middle of a crash or correction already getting started. See that those are the peaks, and we've been going in a downward direction. The drawing is not meant to be exactly the same, but you could see we're going in that direction. Now, the other thing I want to mention is the treasury yield, right? The 10-year treasury. It's been spiking up. In the last month, it's gone up from 1.1 all the way to 1.6. And from last week, or if we put here the 5-day, you could see this was sitting at around 1.55. It jumped up to 1.59, hit 1.60, and now fell itself back down, and now it's sitting at 1.6. This at some point may not correlate anymore with the market, but for right now, it's definitely causing some type of surprise to the market. The market is actually feeling it and going downwards pretty quickly every time this goes higher. There will be a point where the detachment of the correlation will happen, and the stock market will start to go back up on its own, hopefully sooner than later, because the treasury yield will actually become a norm to see itself at those levels. It's just that it's going up way too fast in such a short period of time. That's what's surprising the market. The other thing too is inflation year over year, which we need to keep in mind and pay close attention to, because the Federal Reserve is going to have a meeting next week on the 16th and 17th. So stay tuned for that. As always, guys, I hope you guys learned something new. I'm not here to encourage or discourage anyone from the market or encouraging them to buy, sell, or hold any positions. But I do want to say that this is the biggest opportunities, because the beginning of a bull run is on the way down. And I'm going to share with you guys later on this week what I mean by that, so you guys could see what is it that I mean when the beginning of a bull run is when the stock market is going down. It's really hard to time the bottom, but this is the time to find stocks you like, you understand, and prepare yourself and position yourself based off of your due diligence and research to make a rational decision as an investor. As always, guys, once again, hope you guys learned something new. Share this with your friends and community. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.